Did you know that just last month, a respected 77-year-old cardiologist named Dr. Robert collapsed and died during what should have been a routine morning walk? A doctor who spent decades saving lives couldn't even save his own. The worst part, his death could have been completely prevented. This tragedy happened because of exercise mistakes that millions of seniors make every single day without even realizing it. These seemingly innocent habits might be silently destroying your health right now as you watch this video. But here's the good news. You don't need expensive equipment or complicated routines to protect yourself. Making just a few simple changes to how you exercise could literally save your life. Today, I'm going to reveal the 4 deadly exercise mistakes that are putting seniors at risk and show the easy solutions that could transform your health. Let me ask you this. Have you ever felt dizzy after standing up quickly during exercise, or experienced unusual fatigue that lasted for days after a workout? These might be warning signs your body is sending you. Don't ignore them. Let's get into the 4 deadly exercise mistakes that could be slowly harming your health without you even knowing it. Mistake number 1. Jumping straight into exercise without a proper warm-up. Many seniors believe that warm-ups are just a waste of time, especially when they're in a hurry to complete their workout. This couldn't be further from the truth. When you jump right into vigorous exercise without properly preparing your body, you're essentially shocking your cardiovascular system. Think about it this way. Imagine starting your car on a freezing winter morning and immediately flooring the gas pedal. The engine would strain and potentially suffer damage. Your heart works the same way, especially as we age. Take the case of Margaret, a 73-year-old retired teacher. She started a new walking routine and would immediately power walk at her maximum pace as soon as she left her front door. One morning, just 3 weeks into her new exercise regimen, she experienced severe chest pain and dizziness just 5 minutes into her walk. Fortunately, a neighbor spotted her and called for help. The emergency room doctor told her she had experienced a minor heart attack. What happened to Margaret is more common than you might think. When you skip warming up, your heart rate spikes too quickly. Your blood vessels don't have time to dilate properly, which significantly increases blood pressure. For seniors who might already have some arterial plaque buildup, this sudden pressure change can be catastrophic. Here's why it matters for you. As we age, our arteries become less flexible. A proper warm-up gives your blood vessels time to expand gradually, allowing for increased blood flow without dangerous spikes in pressure. Solution is simple. Spend 5 to 10 minutes doing gentle movement before your main exercise. Start with slow walking, gentle arm circles, or marching in place. Your goal is to gradually increase your heart rate, not spike it suddenly. If you're going for a walk, start at about half your normal pace for the first 5 minutes. This small change could be the difference between life and death. Dr. Robert, the cardiologist I mentioned earlier, was known by his colleagues to skip warm-ups completely. He would often joke that he didn't have time for such things. His wife later shared that on the morning he died, he had rushed out for his walk after receiving an urgent call, moving immediately at a fast pace up a steep hill near their home. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Mistake number 2, ignoring your body's hydration needs during exercise. When it comes to exercising safely as a senior, proper hydration isn't just important, it's absolutely critical. Many seniors are chronically dehydrated without even realizing it. As we age, our thirst sensation naturally decreases, meaning you might not feel thirsty even when your body desperately needs water. Combined with certain medications that many seniors take which can further dehydrate the body, this creates a dangerous situation during exercise. Even mild dehydration can drastically increase your risk of heat stroke, heart problems, and dangerous falls due to dizziness and confusion. Take the case of Richard, an active 68-year-old who loved playing tennis. Richard prided himself on his fitness and typically played for 90 minutes several times a week. One particularly warm afternoon, he decided to push through despite feeling unusually tired. He rarely drank water during his games, believing that he could hydrate after finishing. About an hour into playing, Richard suddenly felt disoriented and collapsed on the court. His tennis partner rushed him to the emergency room, where doctors diagnosed severe dehydration that had triggered an irregular heartbeat. The doctor told him he was lucky. Many seniors in his condition don't make it to the hospital in time. Here's why this matters so much. When you're dehydrated during exercise, your blood becomes thicker and more concentrated. This forces your heart to work much harder to pump it through your body. For seniors who may already have heart issues, this additional strain can trigger dangerous cardiac events. The solution is straightforward, but requires consistency. Drink water before, during, and after exercise, even if you don't feel thirsty. As a general rule, try to consume at least 8 ounces of water 30 minutes before exercising. Then take small sips every 15 minutes during activity, and have another full glass afterward. Carrying a water bottle with you should become as automatic as putting on your shoes. Some seniors find that setting a timer on their phone helps remind them to drink regularly. Others add a slice of lemon or cucumber to make water more appealing. Dr. Robert, our 77-year-old cardiologist who died during his walk, was known by his family to rarely bring water with him on his daily walks. The autopsy revealed significant dehydration, which likely contributed to the cardiac event that took his life. A simple water bottle might have saved him. Think about it. Something as simple as proper hydration could be the difference between life and death during exercise. Don't make this mistake. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Mistake number 3: overexertion and ignoring your individual fitness level. One of the most dangerous mistakes seniors make when exercising is pushing too hard, too fast. In today's fitness culture, where we're constantly bombarded with messages to push through the pain, no gain, many seniors feel pressured to exercise beyond what's safe for their individual bodies. This is especially dangerous because as we age, our recovery time naturally increases. What might have been an appropriate intensity level in your 50s could be potentially harmful in your 70s or 80s. Every person's body is different, with unique limitations and capabilities. Consider the story of Barbara, a 75-year-old who joined a local gym after seeing her neighbor's impressive results. Despite being relatively inactive for years, Barbara jumped into an advanced class designed for people much younger and more conditioned than herself. She wanted quick results and thought pushing herself to exhaustion was the way to achieve them. During her third class, while attempting to keep up with much younger participants, Barbara experienced severe back pain. She ignored it initially, determined to tough it out. By the next morning, she couldn't get out of bed. An MRI revealed a serious disc herniation that required surgery and months of painful recovery. What was meant to improve her health ended up severely diminishing her quality of life. Here's why this matters so much. Your body gives you warning signs long before a catastrophic injury occurs. Unusual fatigue, dizziness, pain that doesn't subside quickly, or irregular heartbeats are all signals that you're pushing too hard. Ignoring these warnings can lead to serious consequences. The solution isn't to avoid exercise, it's to exercise smarter, not harder. Start with low intensity activities and gradually increase duration and intensity as your fitness improves. A good rule of thumb is that you should be able to carry on a conversation while exercising. If you're too breathless to speak, you're likely pushing too hard. Working with healthcare providers to establish appropriate exercise limits is crucial. Your doctor can help determine what heart rate ranges are safe for you based on your specific health conditions and medications. Dr. Robert, the cardiologist who died while walking, had recently increased his walking pace and distance significantly after reading about the benefits of high intensity exercise. Friends reported he had complained of unusual fatigue in the days before his death, but dismissed these symptoms as just getting older. If he had listened to these warning signs from his body, he might still be alive today. Exercise should make you feel energized, not exhausted. If you regularly feel drained for hours or days after exercising, that's a clear sign you're doing too much. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. Mistake number 4: exercising at the wrong time of day with the wrong intensity. Many seniors don't realize that when you exercise can be just as important as how you exercise, especially if you have existing health conditions. This mistake is particularly dangerous because it's so rarely discussed. Exercising during the wrong time of day can significantly increase your risk of adverse events, especially for seniors with cardiovascular issues. For many older adults, early morning exercise, particularly high-intensity activities, can be surprisingly risky. Let me tell you about James, a dedicated 70-year-old who always exercised at 5:30 a.m., believing it was best to get it out of the way first thing in the morning. James would immediately launch into a brisk walk upon waking, often in the dark, regardless of weather conditions. One winter morning, he experienced severe chest pain just minutes into his walk. Fortunately, his wife had insisted he carry his phone, and he was able to call for help. At the hospital, doctors explained that his early morning heart attack wasn't just bad luck. Here's why this timing matters so much. Your blood pressure naturally surges in the early morning hours as your body releases certain hormones to help you wake up. This is known as the morning blood pressure surge. For seniors with hypertension or heart disease, this natural spike, combined with the additional demands of exercise, can create the perfect storm for a cardiac event. Additionally, your body temperature is at its lowest in the early morning, meaning your muscles are stiffer and your joints less flexible. This increases your risk of falls and injuries, especially if you're exercising before fully waking up or in low light conditions. The solution isn't necessarily to avoid morning exercise altogether, but rather to adjust the timing and intensity. If you prefer morning workouts, try exercising a bit later, perhaps around 10 a.m. when your body is more fully awake. Make sure to spend extra time warming up and consider keeping the intensity moderate rather than vigorous during morning sessions. For many seniors, late morning to early afternoon between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. represents an optimal window for exercise. During these hours, your body temperature is higher, your muscles are more flexible, and your reaction time is at its best. Dr. Robert, our cardiologist who died during his walk, was known to exercise very early in the morning, often heading out for his walks before sunrise. On the day he died, he had left even earlier than usual, around 5 a.m., to fit in his walk before a busy day of appointments. The combination of the early hour, the steep hill he chose to climb, and his failure to warm up properly created a lethal situation. Think about the timing of your workouts. If you've been experiencing unusual fatigue, dizziness, or discomfort during early morning exercise, consider shifting your routine to later in the day. This simple change could dramatically reduce your risk. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. Let's take a moment to recap these 4 deadly exercise mistakes that could be putting your health at risk. Mistake number 1: jumping straight into exercise without properly warming up. Remember, your cardiovascular system needs time to adjust. Take 5 to 10 minutes for gentle movement before increasing intensity. Mistake number 2, ignoring your body's hydration needs. Drink water before, during, and after exercise, even if you don't feel thirsty. Your body's thirst signals diminish with age. Mistake number 3, overexertion and ignoring your individual fitness level. Exercise at an intensity where you can still hold a conversation. If you're experiencing unusual fatigue or pain, your body's telling you to ease back. Mistake number 4, exercising at the wrong time with the wrong intensity. Be cautious about high intensity exercise early in the morning, and always consider how the time of day affects your body's readiness for activity. Now, I want to share something important with you. These 4 mistakes might seem simple, but they claim the lives of thousands of seniors every year. The tragic death of Dr. Robert highlights that even healthcare professionals can fall victim to these common errors. What makes these mistakes particularly dangerous is that they can affect anyone, regardless of how healthy you think you are or how much experience you have with exercise. Even if you've been active your entire life, aging changes how your body responds to physical activity. Let me share one final story that illustrates the power of making these simple changes. Clara, an 83-year-old grandmother of 5, had essentially given up on exercise after experiencing concerning chest pain during her walks. Her doctor had cleared her for physical activity, but fear kept her sedentary for nearly a year. After learning about these 4 common mistakes, Clara realized she had been making all of them. She began implementing the solutions we've discussed: warming up properly, staying hydrated, exercising at an appropriate intensity, and shifting her walks to late morning instead of early morning. The results were remarkable. Within weeks, Clara was able to walk for 30 minutes without chest pain. Her blood pressure improved, and her doctor reduced her medication dosage. Most importantly, she regained her confidence and independence. Today, at 86, Clara walks 3 miles most days and recently completed a 5K charity walk with her grandchildren. Clara's transformation didn't require expensive equipment or complicated routines. Just understanding and avoiding these 4 deadly mistakes. Her story shows that it's never too late to make changes that can dramatically improve your health and potentially save your life. I want to emphasize something crucial here. Exercise is still one of the best things you can do for your health as you age. The solution isn't to avoid physical activity, it's to exercise smarter and safer. By avoiding these 4 mistakes, you can enjoy all the benefits of an active lifestyle while minimizing the risks. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. Let's talk more specifically about how to implement these solutions in your daily life. Creating new habits takes time and consistency, but the potential life-saving benefits are well worth the effort. For proper warm-ups, try to make them non-negotiable. Think of warming up not as separate from your exercise, but as the essential first phase. Many seniors find success by creating a specific warm-up routine they do every time. Perhaps marching in place while watching a 5-minute news segment, or doing gentle stretches while waiting for the coffee to brew. By anchoring your warm-up to an existing habit, you're more likely to stick with it. When it comes to hydration, visual cues can be tremendously helpful. Try placing water bottles in strategic locations around your home as reminders. Some seniors find that using a distinctive water bottle reserved only for exercise helps cement the association between physical activity and hydration. For maintaining appropriate exercise intensity, the talk test is one of the simplest and most effective methods. If you exercise with a partner, make a point of conversing throughout your activity. If you're exercising alone, try occasionally speaking a few sentences out loud. If you can't do so comfortably, it's a clear sign to reduce your intensity. Regarding exercise timing, pay attention to how your body feels during workouts at different times of day. Keep a simple journal noting your energy level any discomfort, and your overall experience. This personal data will help you identify your optimal exercise window. I recommend starting with just one of these changes at a time rather than trying to transform your entire routine overnight. Perhaps focus first on proper warm ups for a week, then add intentional hydration the following week, and so on. Small, consistent changes are more sustainable than dramatic overhauls. Remember Dr. Robert's story? This was a cardiologist with decades of medical knowledge who still fell victim to these common mistakes. None of us are immune to these risks, but all of us have the power to reduce them significantly through simple changes. Your health is precious, and you deserve to enjoy an active lifestyle without unnecessary danger. By avoiding these four deadly exercise mistakes, you're not just extending your life, you're improving its quality. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's address some questions you might have about implementing these changes. What if you have limited mobility or chronic conditions? The principles remain the same, but you'll want to work with your healthcare provider to adapt them to your specific situation. Even seated exercises benefit from proper warm ups, hydration, appropriate intensity, and timing considerations. What if you're just beginning an exercise routine after years of inactivity? Start extremely gradually. Your warm up might be longer than your actual exercise session at first, and that's perfectly appropriate. Your body needs time to adapt, especially if you haven't been active recently. What if you take medications that affect your exercise tolerance? This makes avoiding these mistakes even more crucial. Many common medications for blood pressure, heart conditions, or diabetes can influence how your body responds to exercise. Discuss with your doctor how your specific medications might interact with physical activity. What if you've been exercising incorrectly for years without problems? Just because you haven't experienced a catastrophic event doesn't mean you're not at risk. Remember that Dr. Robert had been making these mistakes for decades before they claimed his life. Your body's resilience naturally decreases with age, making safer practices increasingly important. I want to emphasize again that the goal isn't to frighten you away from exercise. Physical activity remains one of the most powerful tools for maintaining health and independence as you age. The right approach to exercise can help manage chronic conditions, improve mood, enhance cognitive function, and significantly extend your life. By avoiding these four deadly mistakes, you're removing unnecessary risks from an otherwise beneficial activity. Think of it as putting on a seatbelt before driving. The seatbelt doesn't prevent you from reaching your destination. It just helps ensure you arrive safely. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 5 below to let me know you're here. Throughout this video, we've talked about the tragedy of Dr. Robert, the 77-year-old cardiologist who died during what should have been a routine walk. His story serves as a powerful reminder that knowledge alone isn't enough. We must actually implement what we know. Dr. Robert understood the physiology of exercise better than most people ever will. He could have explained in detail how sudden exertion affects the cardiovascular system or why proper hydration is essential. Yet he failed to apply this knowledge to his own life, with fatal consequences. Don't let that happen to you. The changes we've discussed today are simple to understand, but require consistent application. Commit to incorporating them into your exercise routine starting today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but immediately. Your life is too valuable to risk through easily avoidable mistakes. Your family and friends deserve to have you around for as long as possible. The simple changes we've discussed today could literally mean the difference between life and death. Remember Margaret, who now always spends 10 minutes warming up before her walks and hasn't experienced chest pain since. Think of Richard, who never exercises without his water bottle and has maintained a healthy heart rhythm. Consider Barbara, who learned to exercise at an appropriate intensity and has avoided further injuries. And recall Clara, who regained her independence and joy through safer exercise practices. Their stories could be your story too. The power to avoid these deadly mistakes is entirely in your hands. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.